All right, so we'll do some inner thigh hip opening and kind of just mobility. All right, so let's go ahead and start out onto our onto our um, onto our mat in a low squat and just kind of rock side to side onto our heels, flexing our toes, just to kind of get some lubrication into that ball and socket joint, which is our hip joint. So especially if you're doing, like I said, if you're doing a lot of malasana, a lot of low squats, a part of malasana or low squats is also getting your spine, your chest involved as well. So go ahead and come up to a goddess squat. Goddess squat, so your toes turning out, heels in, and the same thing, rocking and twisting from side to side, getting more involved in your like low back, flexing the foot, coming a little bit lower into your squat. So you want to press your knees out, pressing your knees out, come down a little bit lower. And you can feel these, trying to open this, contract, you should feel this in the glutes. You should feel this in the glutes. So placing your hands onto your thighs and try to stack your shoulders over your hips. And there's the dog. Placing your hands onto your thighs, drop your left shoulder. Someone give me your image. Drop your left shoulder and twist. Inhale, come on up and drop your right shoulder and twist. Inhale, come on up and drop left shoulder. Inhale, right shoulder. Come down, squat a little bit lower. Rock from side to side. Dig into the heels. Lift the toes. So we're finding engagement in our quads. We're finding our glutes. And we're opening our inner thighs. Inhale, come on up. And come back down to goddess. Walk the foot out a little wider so you can come down in transverse lunge. So bending your left knee, straightening on your right, toes up towards the sky. Use the left elbow to open up your knee, getting deeper, 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 deeper into the, you're gonna feel this in the inner thigh, pectineus here. So that's the muscle. It's a tiny muscle that goes from here to here, and from your hip girdle into your femur bone, and a little bit in your hamstring, but mostly we're trying to get into the inner thigh. So use the elbow to encourage opening that knee to go deeper. Inhale, up, and then Spider-Man crawl across to the other side, flexing through the toes. So you're gonna feel in the back, you're gonna feel the hamstring, but more intensely in the inner thigh. Now in this, if you engage your quad, you're gonna get a deeper, right? So this is just me hanging out. You can see that in the quad engages, me hanging out, quad engages. So you can get, sometimes our quad is a little bit lazy. So if you imagine you're trying to press the back of the knee here, and you're trying to squish something on the mat, immediately your quad engages, right? You're trying to squish here, pressing it. You're trying to like squish a grape. You can see lazy quad, active quad. Lazy quad, active quad. Notice with my active quad, I can actually pull deeper. And then switch back to the other side. Encourage opening of the knee with the elbow. Active quad. Imagine I'm pressing some squishing grape underneath, or that's a big grape, but like you know, something underneath, like a squishy ball underneath my left knee towards the ground. That will get my quad to fire up. Your glutes will start to fire up as well. And reaching the collarbone towards your toes. Inhale. Oh, and out. And then walk the hands over to your straight leg. Activate the quad by pressing the back of the knee. So instead of rounding down, this does nothing for your lengthening. Right? We want to open up the low back pectineus. Roll the shoulders back and down. Reach the collarbone and the sternum forward towards your toes. As if you're trying to move your rib cage down your thigh forward. Active quad, so press that knee down, kneecap down, knee crease down. Inhale, other side. Walking our hands over to the straight leg, active quad, knee crease down, collarbone forward. So this also requires activation in the mid back. So a lot of the stuff that we did last week with the muscles around the shoulder blades, because we spent a lot of time just hanging out here. But if we almost cobra and reach and send our sternum forward, you're going to feel the mid back here engage. Those muscles tend to not, they tend to be a little lazy. And so when you strengthen those and activate those muscles, it's going to take the strain off of those other muscles that tend to get tight around the shoulder blade. So active quad, knee crease down, sternum forward. And then come back up. Take a wide squat, so toes in or toes parallel. Wide squat, sit the hips back, reach the hands forward, tuck the chin to the chest. Plant the hands down, legs straight, wide-legged forward fold. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Send the hips back. Walk the hands forward. Inhale. Come forward, shift weight forward, straighten out the legs. Wide-legged squat. Bend the knees, sit the hips way back. Walk the hands forward. Straighten out the legs, wide-legged forward fold. Heel toe the feet together so that they're slightly wider than hips width distance apart. Bend. Slow squat. Reach the arms by your ears. So you're in flat back. Plant the hands onto your thighs, cat-cow through the spine here. So squeeze the inner thighs, cat-cow. So arch, exhale. Inhale, drop the chest down, exhale. Inhale, exhale, push and round, round, round. Exhale, exhale. Squeeze the inner thighs, inhale. And close the pose. And then now we can come down for Malasana. Right, we can come down for Malasana. Kind of rocking it back and forward and seeing if we've got some more mobility, some more lubrication. It's a little bit looser here in Malasana. So from here, Malasana, press the elbows out. Elbows go out, chest comes forward. So that same sensation that we just did with the lifting and engaging through your mid back, reaching our collarbone forward in Malasana. Now, if this is if you're still progressing through Malasana, another way to do it is to put, like Ella put a towel, like roll up a hand towel and put it on your heels. If your heels don't quite touch the ground yet, or take a wider stance. Like when I started Malasana, my heels were off the ground, and over time, you get a little bit more stable, then you start kind of here rounded. Yeah, you want to use the elbows to press and lift the chest. So really, my mid back is super active, like cobra. Yeah, cobra. You can place your left hand down, float the right arm up towards the sky for a Malasana twist. So we're twisting less about the neck, but more from the rib cage. Really get down into this bottom left rib cage, and you want to twist, twist, twist. I'm using my elbow against my knee to twist, twist, twist. Maybe you take the half bind behind your back, find the front of the left knee, or maybe you take the full bind. You can use a strap or a towel. And release. And come to the other side, take the twist, hand down. Use the elbow to twist. Remember, focus on the rib cage twisting up towards the sky. It's this bottom right rib twist up towards the sky. Twist, twist, twist. Half bind, full bind. Keep breathing, keep breathing. And release. Cool. Right. Okay. And then we come down to a different variation of Malasana. Heels together, knees out. Heels together, knees out. Walking the hands forward, tailbone back. So it's like tug of war. You're going to crawl into your little turtle shell. We're going to open up the low back, using and engaging our core. We're pressing the knees apart, pressing the heels together, hands reach forward, tailbone reaches down, like you're trying to crawl into your little turtle shell. The more I send my tailbone down, the more I reach the fingers forward. You can stay here or wrap your arms around the outside of your shin bones, palms facing up towards the sky. We'll clasp the heels and pull into your shell. Your turtle shell, you're trying to round your back, engaging through your core. So the only way this is going to work is if you're really engaging through your core, press your belly button into your spine, and drive more into your little shell. And come on out of your little shell. So from turtle, we go to froggy. So froggy, you want to pad the knees. So you can either add a towel or double up your mat. And you're going to take your knees fairly far apart. The key to this is that your shin bones are parallel. So I want to do it the other way so that you can see. So my shin bones here are parallel. Here, you're not going to feel it. This is just going to be like, we're doing child's pose. What's up? You will know if you're not in it, okay? If you're like, I'm not sure if I'm in froggy, you're not in it, because you will know. So you want to separate the knees apart. You want your shin bones to be parallel. And then you want to slowly sink your hips back towards the heels. Very slowly, because you should feel it. If you don't know, you're not in it. So for froggy, this is for your inner thigh. This is for your pectineus. So this is going to help your malasana on your squats, because this is the muscle, your inner thigh muscle needs to open in order to get more into malasana, into that low squat. So slow, it's going to take like 20 breaths to really get into it. So you spread the knees wide, as wide as you are comfortable with. And as soon as you start sending your hips back, you're going to feel it. So with every breath, I'm sending my hips back towards the heels a millimeter. It's gonna take at least 10 breaths just to get your muscles to like let the defenses down and not contract. So 3 more breaths here. Two, and 1. Slowly come very, very, very slowly come out of it. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so now that our inner thighs are very, very warmed up and awake, wide-legged angle pose. So you can take it however you want. Wide-legged angle pose, seated wide-legged angle pose. Inhale tall. And again, less about rounding the back. You just start with having your hands behind you so that you're not stuck here, right, with this curve. We want to be lifting. Quads are on, so that same pressing of the kneecap down, engaging through the quads, engaging through the quads. Lift your sternum forward. Right hand in front, left hand down. Or sorry, behind you. Right hand in front, left hand behind you. Can you press and lift your hips? Now float your left leg up for like half a second. Oh, cramp. That's hard, huh? What is that? That's our quad. That's our quad. Remember I told you about the lazy quad? Yeah. All right, it's not lazy anymore. So that is pure quad strength, pure hip flexor strength in order to get this to lift. Yeah. So I know for this to open is a lot of glute strength, but you're going to be assisted by your hip flexor and your quad, and just a lot of times if you don't work on it, it's not open. Yeah. So we're going to the other side. That's fun, huh? Like, what was that? What was that? Right hand behind, left hand in front. You gotta keep it interesting. And lifting through the hips. Now it's okay if you don't get the right leg off the ground, just try to lift it. And those muscles. Like, yeah, what's up with those muscles? Float the right leg off. So that is obliques. Right, that is obliques, that is hip flexors, that is quad. Right, there's no like cheating around that. Okay, so now your quads are awake. Inhale, exhale. Chest and sternum forward, collarbone forward. Tip the pelvic bowl forward, so not rounded. We're lifting. We're lifting, lifting. You're going to feel that same mid-back lift. So you didn't know we're actually working on our shoulder blades today too. That lift from the mid-back is going to help take the strain out of your shoulders and your shoulder blades that we were working on last week. And release. Okay. All right. So this week, it's breathing exercise I thought we would do with our visual aid. So you can just sit, in crisscross or lotus pose or half lotus pose if you would like. And we'll use the ball to breathe with. So we can inhale as the ball expands, exhale as the ball contracts. So inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, exhale, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and hold, exhale. And hold, inhale. There are 4 parts of every breath: the inhalation, the pause, the exhalation, and pause. Inhale, pause, the space between the inhalation and the exhalation. Exhale. And pause. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhaling deep into the low belly, the lungs, the diaphragm, the chest, the back of the throat. Holding the breath, opening the mouth wide, closing your eyes here, sticking your tongue out, lion's breath, exhale. Inhale. Hold, opening the mouth wide, sticking your tongue out, exhale. Inhale. Floating arms overhead, clasping palms together, drawing them down to heart center, bowing forward. Namaste.